that star, I do it so well. It's Puma on the toes, but the stars on the clothes. I'm Starboy, fresh at the DF Dub. Yeah, I'm a hard hitter. Don't stare to fit, it'll ego hit you. What is you saying, man? Look at the swag. Please do forgive the brag. I'ma pull up later in the Cowboy jag. Don't you slip on the drip, I'm flossing the sauce. Go so hard for the star. Yeah, that be win, lose, or draw. If you take a L, get the F off my block. Cowboys win. Watch yours. Pour up the shots. Really can't help it, got a star status. Even got it tatted on my arm. Yes, we be 5 ring strong. Left a little room cause it's quest for the six. Starboy really reppin' this shit. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. I'ma keep reppin' loud until there's no more left in me. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. I'ma keep reppin' loud until there's nothing left in me. Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys to the death for me.
Yeah, tell me who the #1 fan. Yeah, Mr. Westside, I'm the man. Dallas Cowboys from my head to the toes. They better recognize who the fuck I am. Damn, haters run their mouth like a bitch when they team ain't shit and my team stay lit. Yeah, I'm about to rep this shit to the day I die in an all blue casket. If you wanna get with a club with love, tell Star Status Westside sent ya. Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame. Emmett Smith is our main. Game time, prime time, all the time. Your team ain't never on TV like mine. That's because we different. We America's team and we run this. Like Zeke runs circles right at defense. Jerry Jones, that's nonsense. Let the coaches coach. And I'll have a smoke. And I know y'all wanna toast to that.
Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. I'ma keep reppin' loud until there's no more left in me. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. I'ma keep reppin' loud until there's nothing left in me. Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. DC, that B4L. DC, that B4L. Reppin' that star, I do it so well. DC, that B4L. DC, that B4L. DC, that B4L. Reppin' that star, I do it so well.
What's up with you guys? It's your boy West Coast. Yo, in 2020, I've teamed up with my hot boy, Jalen Smith, number 54, to bring you guys some of the most exclusive eyewear known to man. CEV. I mean, everybody's wearing them. Make sure you guys go over to CEVcollection.com today and use promo code CEV West Coast to get yourself a hot boy discount today. What's up with you guys? It's your boy West Coast. Yo, in 2020, I've teamed up with my hot boy, Jalen Smith, number 54, to bring you guys some of the most exclusive eyewear known to man. CEV. I mean, everybody's wearing them. Make sure you guys go over to CEVcollection.com today and use promo code CEV West Coast to get yourself a hot boy discount today. What's up with you guys? What's up with you guys? It is your boy West Coast, and we live in the building, man. How you guys doing on this mighty Thursday, man? Shoot, I'm feeling good. What's up with your boss, Cowboy? Y'all know why. If you know, don't try to act like you don't know why West Coast is all yitty and ooey right now. Don't try to.
What'd you say? What you got the ooey?
You know what I'm saying? I like what my boy Star say. I'm repping that star. I do it so well. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all know. Hey, don't try to play me. You know why? I got this big old smile on my face. What you say?
What?
What? Hey,
Star,
man.
I see you.
What's up, Star Boy? I see you, man. Hey, Buddha Badass, I see you, man. Hey, Buddha, I know you
Buddha.
happy, man. I know you happy. What's up with you, Jeffrey?
Man,
What's
I'm
up with you,
feeling
Brian?
Good too.
Oh, I'm just getting
I'm just loving common sense. I'm just loving it.
Yeah, man. All the boo-boo, the foo-foo news that we be getting all the time, the this or that, and we finally get a little bit of glimpse of a little bit of sunshine. We gonna talk about it. But we gotta pay some bills. What's up with you, Isaac? What's up with you, man? I see you, Buddha Badass. I see you. How you doing, Miss Marcy? Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now, man. Miss Marcy don't appreciate y'all disrespecting her quarterback, and I'm just telling y'all right now, y'all need to stop it. Y'all know who she is, because she got screenshots. Y'all need to stop it. And I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you what Marcy gonna do. Marcy gonna sit on them screenshots. She gonna let Dak go out there and ball, and then you're gonna get a real friendly reminder in your inbox. Y'all need to stop it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know who y'all be fooling with out there. Some of these folks really know what they talking about. Like, some of these people really know what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? What's up with you, Steve? I see you, man.
Cohen said that he go drop out tonight because he got a lot of work to do. But he said he just wanted to say what's up. What's up, man? Thank you all the time for the stars and just all the love and encouragement.
Yeah, absolutely. And Cohen, I appreciate the love, but don't think you can just slide up out of here, because you do have the availability to watch the show later. So that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Later on, you know what I'm saying? 2:00 in the morning, I will be your bathroom material, brother. I ain't tripping.
There you go. There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Brian also said, what up, West Coast and ball. So Solomon, it's a lot of love going on. Starboy obviously in the building.
Star Beezy, what up with you, man? Jeffrey.
Davis.
Is that Miss Tony? How you doing, Miss Tony? Cowboys forever. I heard that. Facebook ain't hit you yet. They ain't told you to change your name. Lucky you. Juan, what's up with you? Isaac, Brian. Oh, what up with you, Brian? What up with you? Hey, that my hitter. What up with you, man? Hey, that's a state main right there. What's up with you, Levi? What up with you, man? Greg.
Oh yeah.
Miss Tracy.
Levi?
How you doing? Scout?
Tracy.
I see you. Miss Tracy.
Yep.
She be up on her stuff. Terrence, I see TC. I see you, TC. What's up with you, TC?
Oh yeah.
Everybody
Jeffrey
got
Blazy say Diz and Dak back in the lab. Yeah, we go definitely talk about that for sure.
Ooh, I mean, let's just
Brian say sup.
Sup.
WC. You know it's serious when they say WC,
sup.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Because basically that's like sup. Let's get to the point. Okay. Let's get to why we're here. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the reason. Hey man, let's talk a little Dez, man. Y'all know I use every excuse. Like I can literally I've created an art of finding creative ways to bring up Dez Bryant in the conversation. The other day I was walking down the street. I turned left, I went to the right, I put my hand down, there was an X in the street. That is a sign Dez is coming back. But hey, we had a better sign than that. You know what? Today we had some news, man. Dez Bryant and one Dak Prescott and Lance Lenore, who was a guy that, he was one of, back in, I think it was about 16, 17. Lance was my John V. Johnson. You know what I'm saying? If you've been rocking with me long enough, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We ain't gonna have no man crushes on no grown men. You know what I'm saying? But that was my one. I was really, really hoping for Lance because I really like what he do, and he a dog, man. He a dog. He just had he had some weird ways.
Sometimes he got to pull it in a little bit, but he's a dog.
Yeah, he a dog. He's
looking to do something.
Yeah, and one thing I liked about him is like Dez little brothered him, and Dez only little brother dog. Hey, Boss Cowboy, put your head up a little bit. I can only see half your mouth. There you go.
I see the camera. I see it. Yeah.
Or just tilt it. There you go. But I'm always curious. I'm always very curious of the guys that Dez Bryant. Who the guys that he who he little brothers, like a Jalen Smith, like a DeMarcus Lawrence, the guys who do have that dog in them. You know what I'm saying? And this is a guy who he kind of little brothered. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of liked it. That my boy Jay Lou was another guy that he big brother too. But in all, man, some good news. I think if you're a part of the Bring Dez Bryant Back 2020 score points, 73 touchdowns, who else can do it better? Who else can do it better? You know what I'm saying? If you're in that that group of people, man, today we had some really good news, man. Dez Bryant and Dak Prescott had a practice today, and they were out there, obviously breaking the quarantine. Let's just say it, because I've already had a couple people inbox me. Oh my God, West Coast. Oh my God, how can they be so disrespectful? Oh my God, it's like 5 of them. Chill out, man. My kids went and worked out. I ain't gonna tell you when they work out because I don't want y'all blowing my inbox up, but I mean, I think if you can keep it within a small group and everybody keep to themselves, I think you can be okay. You know what I'm saying? But for the long in and all, Dak Prescott, Dez Bryant, Lance Lenore. Also, I forget, man, his name slips my mind, but his tape doesn't. The kid from Mississippi State who's really nice, but just never really had an opportunity. I forget his name. Hey, one of my scouts, throw his name in the comment box. But he one of Dak's really, really good friends, and he was also Dak's #1 receiver when he was at Mississippi State. He was out there too. And then another fella who kind of looked like Zeke but wasn't Zeke. Was out there too, and they were all catching balls. Now, the only thing we kind of got from it was a nice tweet from Dez. That Dez said that him and Dak Prescott, and he tagged Dak Prescott. He said Dak Prescott and himself went out and had a workout today, and he didn't say it felt like old times. What did he say, Boss Cowboy?
He said we basically right where we left off.
They picked up. His exact words were, "We picked up where we left off."
Right.
And my thing is this, man. I want to talk about this. I want to kind of talk about this on a. And first off, I think the main thing people want to know, bro, is he coming back? Do you believe he's coming back? I mean, Boss Cowboy, what are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts on a with all that's happening right now? What are your thoughts on a Dez Bryant coming back to the Dallas Cowboys?
Well, before I talk about it, first, everybody, I want y'all to, definitely hit that share button.
Absolutely. Fred Ross, thank you, Gregory.
Talk about, a lot of people want to hear about, what our thoughts on Dez. And the thing about Dez is I don't ever want anybody to get me and you misconstrued. First of all, this is not about Dez fandom. This is just purely common sense, bro. Like, and I want to take it all the way down just for a second, because obviously I got a lot of love for Dez, and because he loves us, but also his sacrifices and coming back and all of that's great. But just being super sober. I really hate how most of us, I ain't gonna say most, but too many kind of overthink this. This is not hard. You're looking at an option of Ventel Bryant or Devin Smith or who else? Cedric Wilson. Cedric Wilson.
Tavon Austin.
So we got the franchise leader at the age of 30. Let's not forget, when Moss went to the Raiders, he was around 30 when he finally was going to New England, right? I'm not saying Dez is Moss. What I'm saying is you have somebody that's actually super good at something that we're super weak at, and that is the red zone and touchdowns. That's what you get with Dez. Now, let's go ahead and say it now. Is Dez likely 2014 Dez, 16 touchdown Dez? No. We all know that. But stop comparing Dez to former Dez and compare him to the other receivers on this team where he's a clear upgrade. Mm-hmm. And then it becomes real simple. So taking all of the bopper off and all of the fandom and pom-poms off, just on common sense, for the dollar that you're going to pay for Dez, this is just common sense. It's just like a no-brainer, right? To just give him a chance. And you want to do it now. I don't want to do it after the draft. I want to do it now because I want to do it during a time where we can really use the whole facility to make sure he's healthy and to make sure we getting him up to as close as possible former Dez. So yes, I definitely want him back.
Yeah, man, and I wanna like people would say Dez can't run routes. I'm gonna ask you guys right here, right? Like, look at this. This Dez down here at the bottom, right? Look at this. Well, I just want to watch this, right there. He ain't got, what is that? That ain't no. What is that? It's Dez making a play, man. He's making a play. He goes in for the slant. He already has him beat. He actually had him beat off the line. You know what I'm saying? Like Dez ain't gonna get no faster than what he is in 2017. And guess what? No. 2017, he's making plays, bro. That's a 50-yard touchdown right there. That's one-on-one coverage. The safety came. I'm going to tell you who else scored on a play exactly like that and won us a game. Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Exact play.
Yeah.
Exact play.
Yeah, and it's not about everybody say, well, Dez can't run routes. Let's be
I don't need him to run routes. You don't run routes in the red zone. You don't run routes in the red zone.
Be an elite route runner. What I needed him to do was make those 50-50 balls where people say 50-50 because everybody not on the same level listening. because it's basically saying it's a 50-50 chance he makes it and a 50-50 chance he doesn't. Okay. So those are 50-50 balls. He make 50-50 balls, 80-20 balls, sometimes 90-10 balls. That's out. That's
In
Dez
his
game.
favor. In his favor.
Yeah, in his favor, 90-10, 80-20. And he's never been like, oh, did you see that route? No, that's never been Dez game. Dez is the throw it up, I'm going to jump over this guy. Throw it up, I'm going to body this guy. Throw it up, I'm going to make a play on this ball. That's Dez game. So if you understand what Dez game is, then you would also understand not to put Cooper expectations on him. Because if I'm going to ask Dez Bryant to be Cooper in route running and elite route running, then we need to turn around and ask Cooper to be Dez on supreme jump ball ability and high points.
Exactly.
So it's like, no, like use them for the asset that they're made and born for, and that's, I say it like this sometimes, West Coast. That's like getting mad at Shaq because he's not Kobe. And then I say, Kobe, you need to be like Shaq. You need to get in that paint and bang balls and back them down and dunk on them. That's not his game. Like, let them be great at what they was born to be great at.
Yeah, man. And the thing about it is, it's like, it's not that you don't need the need. And it's like, my biggest thing with Dez is like, man, don't treat him like anything, but just treat him like a regular free agent and give him an opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Give him, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I'm saying.
That's
you know what I'm saying is give him the same opportunity as anyone. And give them a opportunity. And the thing about it, with the Dallas Cowboys and the marketing brand that we are, man, there's gonna be absolutely no money lost. So I don't want anybody to try to act like there's gonna be money. There's gonna be they're making money now just off of. I mean, I'm pretty sure people went and got their Dez Bryant jerseys just on that simple fact that Dez Bryant was out there playing practice with Dak Prescott today. So I can only imagine that somebody, because of that picture, went and bought something Dez Bryant or Cowboy related because of that picture they saw. So there's gonna be there. The money is gonna be there, we don't have a third receiver right now. If you don't have a third receiver, that means you don't have a fourth receiver. You know what I'm saying? So why not? Like, why not? And as quiet as it kept, we get Dez in here. You might even push for your number 2 receiver. I think Dez is being modest when he says he wants to be your 3 or 4. That's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just, that's just in my opinion. Like, because that dog mentality that doesn't leave someone. And it's the exact same thing with Aldon Smith. The thing that gets me excited about Aldon Smith, who hasn't played since 2015. And the funny thing that people always say about Dez is he hasn't played in 2 years. I'd be like, well, he hasn't played in 2 years, but he's been in shape for the last 2 years. Why? Because remember, he was in shape in New Orleans to make the team. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to just sign you to the New Orleans Saints when you're the highest scoring offense in the NFL, scoring 36 points, and you're not in shape. They're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? No team. I don't give a dang who your name is. They're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So Dez Bryant was in shape when he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? And so everything past that has been him just recovering from an injury that happened week 7? So it's like, you gotta really think of it like that. You know what I'm saying? And we wouldn't hold that against any other player. And he's not playing. And in the nice thing I like about, the Dez Bryant situation, man, is he's not asking to come in to be anything that's going to be taxing on your offense. So if it works, it does nothing but benefit you. But guess what? If you get 100% yield out of it. And if it doesn't work, guess what? Your offense isn't dependent on it anyway. So guess what you do? Unfortunately, Dez Bryant, it didn't work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you fired him once, you can fire him twice. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? It will be less. It won't nobody be mad if you do it the second time. Why? Because at least he gave him a try, and he won't even have an issue with that.
No.
Like, that's just keeping it 100.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's just like when we brought on Jahad Ward. We brought on Jahad Ward with good intention, but, nobody during that time expected Antoine Woods to emerge the way that he did. And so guess what? The guy that ended up being the sexy guy ended up being an odd man out. Mm-hmm. But he ended up winning because he ended up, going from place to place and eventually getting him a deal because at least it was good film on it. So everybody actually wins in that scenario. You bring him in the camp, give him a real dirt cheap contract, see where he is, let him compete. Definitely have an ideal of trying to use him in where we're weak, right? Mm-hmm. So try to work out all that. And if it's not, then, hey, you get some tape and then maybe Dez go work it out with somebody else. But I just don't even think that's gonna happen because nobody gonna be able to sell me that Dez is not gonna be able to take out Cedric Wilson. I'm sorry, I'm just
Vontez Bryant, who just got a charge, who just got a deal. I'm just saying.
Yeah, just no. My common sense is just overweighing that. Like it's just no way. You know, it just ain't no way. Is we know that anything that Dez is really good at, it's those possession balls, and we needed that greatly. And that's why in most of my mock drafts, you'll see me passing up guys like Ruggs, even though he might be sitting there available in my mock, because in my mind, we got a lot of route runners. We have actually too many. We need guys that can go get
We
it.
need specialized skills.
Specialized skills. And I say the type of guy I say this is Dez. Dez is a guy that's open when he's covered. That's
Bob,
what we need.
I got this play mocked up right now. They are in it looks like they're in cover 2. Safety's going to come down in the box. They're going to be in man up right here. They got single coverage on Dez Bryant right here, and you already know the rule, right? If Dez Bryant's single coverage, play change, he's getting the ball, right? Yeah. They apply that concept right here, right? This, watch this. Everybody talking about Dak don't know how to read defense. Dak does know how to read defense because he read this. He may not be able to read it every time, but he read this. You know what I'm saying? And he knew exactly what he had to do. And watch what Dak does. Watch what Dak does. One step. Now, can I ask you, that's not much of a route that he's running right there. This is just basically I'm 2 steps and I'm throwing the ball right here.
Yeah.
And guess what? And it doesn't take much. I mean, I'm not saying it does take much, but this isn't, what is that?
He just put it above the rim.
He just put it above the rim. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And Dez just went and got it. That's all he did.
Put it in a good place. It don't have to be perfect. Just
like Dak is not throwing the ball. The point I'm trying to make is Dak is not throwing the ball to Dez. He's just throwing the ball into the end zone.
He throwing it at a spot. He go get it right over.
And he went and got it.
He went and got it. Yep.
So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, who on this team can Dak do that with? Mm-hmm. Who on this team can he just throw it? Just I mean, we had Rico, but y'all know y'all didn't like him, so we had to get rid of him. But I want to know, who on this team can we just do that with?
No, not that.
Not that.
No.
Like, and let me be honest with you.
I say maybe twice a year, Gallup.
And that helps your quarterback because guess what, man? Your quarterback is not Jesus. So you can't expect for Dak Prescott to throw a perfect pass every single play. That's not it's not possible. That's why you have wide receivers who make $20 million. Because they're supposed to compensate for some of that stuff. Yep. Like if you have a wide receiver that makes $20 million, I shouldn't have to throw a perfect pass to you. Mm-hmm. Why? Because you make $20 million. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For $20 million, I should be able to just throw it, and you should go get it for $20 million.
Every now and then, the ball can slip out my hands.
But you get what I mean, Boss Cowboy? For that amount of money, you should be able to do something.
Yeah. I mean, every word you said is true. You know, on that for sure. Is when somebody's a top-paid receiver, like I it's a lot of people that can't stand Dak, and they'll throw like screenshots and say, when did Romo ever throw a ball like this? And go look at literally 50% of the throws to Dez and Romo. Man, those balls be on catching them on his shoulder and everything. Romo was just like that, where he was also putting it in good positions and saying, go get it.
Yeah, Romo understood that too.
Bro. It was like, I'm going to put it in a high point where I know you can adjust, And that's where people sleep on Dez. You don't get that many touchdowns without being a specialist at high point in the ball. Now, that's not easy. Like, people that have that skill are usually elite baseball players. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Where they track the ball better than anybody in the world. That's a skill, bro. That is not, and it's a skill.
And that's an elite skill. And this is the thing this is one thing I love about the word elite, because people just throw the word elite around because you don't know why? Because it's a hollow word. It really has no meaning. Why? Because elite is only determined by your definition of it. Because elite isn't no statistical thing, because guess what? At some point, someone's going to surpass those stats, and guess what? Those stats won't be elite anymore. Those will be the norm. So This is the thing about elite, right? Elite is a moment. Elite is a moment in time. You know what I'm saying? Can you be the best player on the field? That's what elite is. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that, like Tom Brady, if you look like, you're not going to say, there's no way, is Tom Brady over his career an elite quarterback? Yes. But was he elite in 2019? No. He wasn't.
Nor was he elite his first 3 years.
Exactly. He was elite in moments.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm asking Dez Bryant. Hey, bruh, when I'm on the 7-yard line and it's first down or second down and I still want to run, can I just throw the ball up to you one time just to give it to you and you make an elite move 50 out of 50 chances? Because 50 out of 50 chances is really good in the NFL. You want to know why? Because these are professionals. Like these are like trained professionals. So like, and I know
I honestly want to see Dez. Excuse me, bro. You go ahead.
No. I was just saying that these are trained professionals. So whenever you can get 50-50 on two trained professionals, that's a win. And you see in Dez, we already see that, look at this. I mean, this is my thing. Like, look at this. This is a nice little hooker, you know what I'm saying? A little slanter. You know what I'm saying?
Yum. Yeah.
And guess where the ball was? The ball was, I mean,
and we never changed on this, bro. This is why I'm happy, man. This is why I am getting on the show with the ooey-ooeys. Because we were saying this about Dez when it was unpopular, bro. When we was in the minority. It's starting to be a little bit popular now to get on the Dez train. And I'm not saying don't get on it and like, we told you so. But I'm also like, bro, it's just like sometimes it feels good to stand flat-footed on what you believe to be true. You know, and just to see that it's starting to move. And so let me ask you a question, bro. We obviously have beat the drum on the pros of Dez as a weapon. What about the PR from this? Like, what's your thoughts on that, bro? Like them coming out together where some people say, whoa, Dez, now Dak done put his brand with Dez. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
My thoughts is, man, Miss Allegra's in my comment box. How you doing, Auntie? We go to the same church, so I gotta keep it. I was in a meeting with Pastor Chuck yesterday, so I'm good. I got one word. I feel like Dak is kind of like letting his, I'll spell it, his NUTs
out. Yeah.
I didn't say it on there. I spelled it.
Okay.
Feels like he's letting them
so
hang.
You feel like he putting his chest out a little bit.
Yeah, because I feel like the only other quarterback that was bold enough to go do a workout and let the whole world see it was a Super Bowl champion.
Right.
And I said then, what did I tell you? I said, bruh, Dak is going to have to go work out with Dez.
Yeah.
You gonna have to. Because my thing is this, man. When Patrick Mahomes, the face of Madden, meaning you were the face of the NFL at that moment. Right. And when that guy endorses you a week or 2 weeks after a Super Bowl. Yeah. Bruh. Like all that other shimmy stuff that y'all, Dez was his man, let that go because everybody else has let it go. Like, let it go. And you know what else?
Still like what you were saying. What are people saying of this?
What you mean?
Like you said, people are saying, but you didn't finish. I was trying to see.
No, just like the negativity.
Oh, the
stuff.
negative.
Just the negativity. I don't like drowning stuff up. You know what I'm saying? But right. just the negativity stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's my thing. It's like you see that everyone else is moved on. And then my thing is this. Like in my house, I got two sons. My son come run to me. He'd be like, "Bow." You know what I'm saying? My son. He'll say, my brother hit me. I don't say, okay, well let's go hit. Let's go spank my others. I know. I say, well, what did you do? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to investigate. Sean Lee, okay, he called you Snake Lee. Well, Sean Lee, what the hell did you do? You know what I'm saying? Could he have done something wrong? Is it a coincidence that every single person that Dez said was foul got fired? I mean, I'll take my mics off. I can't hear y'all in the comment box. Oh, it's not set up that way no more. I'm just saying, have you ever been that employee at your job when you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that he said was an issue got fired. My thing, I think, with Dez Bryant is I just think he was 2 years late and he Kanye West the whole situation. That's what I think. And what I mean by Kanye West is this. I believe that Kanye West, one of the greatest, smartest individuals, that he's very talented and smart, but I'm going to tell you one thing about Kanye West is his delivery absolutely sucks. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you can have a great message. You can have a great thing, something that you want to say and present and say it, but your presentation sucks.
Yeah.
And I had to learn that too, just being an Africanist Americanist coming to Texas and trying to, sell my brand to people, I had to learn that, like, man, you gotta, I think I got some people in the comment box shaking.
Yeah, you got to
like,
communicate to make it easy for people to decode.
Exactly, because everybody doesn't relate to, you know what I'm saying? Even if it is the get out the house because the house is on fire. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't respond to that. You know what I'm saying? And I think Dez learned that. And the good thing about it is, man, you get a guy who's humbled, and think about this. I have a feeling that he's not gonna ask for no $4 million like Alden Smith. I don't believe he is. I just don't believe he is, because he didn't even get that with the Saints. So as humble as Alden Smith was, and I love him, Alden Smith still got that bag.
And see, my thoughts is also like your thoughts.
Dez gonna let you win.
This is Dak showing his independence.
Yep.
But then it's also, man, like, to me, showing Dez love is like,
yep,
is I believe in you. So forget what the front office might not want Dez. Let's all be clear on that. They might be like, no, we're done. We just ain't told them yet. We go ahead and let this, we go milk this for
let
publicity.
It burn.
But at the same time, Dak is clearly showing that I'm willing to look and kick the tires myself, and to the point to where I'm going to allow him to tag me and be a part of his lobby, So if nothing ever happens, it's just kind of weird to me, to be all the way honest. Like, it'd be so weird to get Alden Smith, who you don't have any relationship with, right? And 4 years out the game, and then you pass on a guy who's been totally transparent in his whole process of the comeback. We don't know what Alden Smith has been doing, but we do know what Dez has been doing. He's been showing it and being very clear, literally working out like, where he could walk to practice, So it would just be kind of like why? What about Dez didn't allow y'all to bring him back? Because you willing to bring others in with what some would call backgrounds.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you something too, boss. Like, people don't really understand how much Dez loved the Cowboys. Like, he loved the Cowboys so much that after he left, he went through a transformation in his life, and the dude stopped drinking. Like, he had his first drink in like 18 months. 2 weeks ago when I was on the live feed with him, and he shout out to Dez, answering my question too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that, he said he was like, this is the first drink I've had in such and such and such and such. Like, his dedication, and the thing about it is, he's not drinking because of his he wants to be able to make this comeback. So it's like, man, this dude is changing his lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, for the money, it just makes sense. And the double down on it is you're going to make money regardless. Now, the cool thing, another thing I also want to say, because, people keep on, this is a statement that I've heard a lot of people say, and my boy Larry Sosa says, Dez, basically said Dak Prescott ruined Dez's career. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I think that's a Kanye West statement, right? Because it doesn't ruin his career, because Dez's career is not over. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. I want you to follow with me on this, Larry, because I kind of get where you're coming from, because I was a person that felt that way at one point. But you know what? I came to the realization.
Is that Larry Sosa?
That's Larry Sosa.
Oh, no, bro. You finna waste your time.
Man, they love Sosa. Sosa.
This dude just hate Dak, bro.
I know, but let me finish, man. And Larry, we appreciate your comments too.
But let me
finish, man. But this is, you got to see it like this, right? Dez Bryant made a statement about Tony Romo and about how often and how together they were. He said that one training camp they did so many backside fades that he basically yelled at. They got into it because he yelled at him, saying like, "Bro, are we gonna throw anything else? Are we gonna do anything else?" But they practiced this so much, right? Now you go from Tony Romo, who is a gunslinger, who is a guy who knows you. Because Tony Romo and Dez played together, 7 years? So Tony Romo had that trust in Dez. Why? Because he had seen him do it over and over, right? We were a pass. No matter what nobody says, I know DeMarco Murray got 1,800 yards. So what? In meaningless yards. But when Tony Romo was our quarterback, we were a pass first team. Like, that's why Jason Garrett lost his job. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to be a pass first team, right? So that was then he goes, not only does his quarterback change, but the mentality of our team changed at the exact same time. Because when Tony Romo left, who did we replace him with? We didn't replace him with this stud. And I'm not saying stud because Dak wasn't, but we didn't replace him with this guy that was throwing for 8,000 yards. No, you know what we did? We took the 4th overall pick and got a running back. So not only did he go through a scheme change, but the guy who's actually physically throwing the football to you, that also changed. But I'm going to tell you this. Numbers-wise, Dak Prescott and Dez got better second year, because in 2016, he only had 740 yards. 2016, he had 740. 2017, he had 840 yards and got cut. You know what I'm saying? So if you think about it, Dez Bryant and Dak were technically getting better. But I'm going to tell you what happened. Life happened. Dez got released. He was making $16 million. You know what I'm saying? He got released. You know what I'm saying? Did they do it better? They could have done it better? Absolutely. But I don't think that Dak ruined Dez's career. I just think that Dak was not the quarterback that Dez needed right then. You know what I'm saying? Just like we got that woman I can't talk loud. Never mind, I ain't going to go there. But you all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You know that one that you ain't with no more, but you cool. Why? Because they taught you something. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I see in this situation with the Dallas Cowboys. And that's why that line of communication has always been over. If the Dez Bryant truly, truly was a problem to this organization, they would not love him the way they do. And that is real. Because don't nobody genuinely love Dez Bryant the way they do like them Joneses. And if he was truly a problem in that organization, that love would be tainted. And it's not. You know what I'm saying? So you know what that lets me know?
On my page, this is not the first time Dez and Dak has worked together. And, this is the deal. This is the first time that they came out about it and used each other's leverage. That's
absolutely.
So we can't, ignore.
Thank you, Cody, for the stars.
There's likely a chance that they might not ever work out together again. I still have to look at the fact that Dak has publicly now lobbied with him.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can go work out in the gym on your own and nobody know. That's fine. But when you say, hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and put this out today that we worked out together, and he say, yeah, tag me. That's a whole nother thing right there, because they know the value of each other professional brands. So when they put that out there, that didn't come from front office. That didn't come from let's try to leak this for ratings. They did that likely because it's a vision for each other. Like, hey, man, I still think you can help me, and I still think I can help you. Because I think that's what a lot of people are missing is that, yes, Dez might not be what he was, but Dez is an upgrade to some of the people that had to play. Like, for instance, the Jets game. People forget that Cooper was out. D. Smith was out. Gallup was out, remember, with the knee. Yeah. So who was out there? Tavon Austin and Cedric Wilson. You telling me for that one game,
man,
we didn't need this?
Wow, that's a good point.
And 2 tackles was out. Our 2 starting. You telling me for that one game, what did we need at the end to win to get into the playoffs? One game.
Yeah.
So
not even one game. We needed a half a game. Yeah, we actually technically needed a half a game.
The way that we minimize assets is like, nah, bro. That's why I'm not over here trying to beat this big old drum like bring this on cheerleading. Like, I'm not in a cheerleading mode. I'm not over here because I like Dez and throw up the X. He was one of my favorites. Oh, no. That is not my spirit, and that's not most of the spirit of the people that stand back Dez. Most of us is thinking like, it's just, come on, bro. You got Dez of Ventel Bryant. That's not even hard, bro.
Exactly.
That's like, bro, that's like 2 + 2 is 4. It is not 5. So, like, when you really think of the reasons people say they don't want Dez, none of it really makes sense. Now, will the Joneses bring him back? To me, they should. Because, first of all, it's going to be a lot of pent-up demand, which you talk about a lot, West Coast, like jersey sales, like people that's going to want that second chance. And if you giving second chances to people that spoke about you, like Michael Bennett spoke publicly against Jerry, called him a slave master.
and we signed, and y'all be asking me, you think we gonna sign him again? I'll be like, man, y'all trip me out sometimes.
Over it. to
Y'all
win.
trip me
And
out.
that's why I like Jerry. 'Cause
Y'all
Jerry
trip me out.
Jerry shows you that I will put away personal to win. He
Mhm.
did it with Michael Bennett successfully. And then they brought it up and say, well, do you know what Michael Bennett said? And they said, Jerry was like, nah, man, I moved on from that. Like, shit, we trying to win.
Exactly.
I
Do you
ain't
see
got time to be holding no grudge over no little words.
Jerry? Like, did you see that dude run 126 yards on us? Man, we ain't gonna hear that.
Thank you.
We ain't, and
So-
that's the and keep it real. That is the allure of coming to Dallas. Is like you can come to Dallas and have flaws. Like that's always been like, you can come to Dallas. Why? Because we can handle it. If any fan base can handle it, we can handle it. You know what I'm saying? The NFL had to remove Josh Brent, from a little document. They had to tell Jerry Jones, you cannot have Josh Brent on the sidelines anymore. You want to know why? Because Jerry Jones had him on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones said, "Hey man, we talked to we talked to his mother. The mother had said that she forgave him. We support him. He on the field. He's a player. The NFL, you know what I'm saying? Jerry stands behind. That's why I be telling y'all, like, I know a lot of people give Jerry a hard time when he don't do exactly what we want him to do. But, man, if you look over the scheme of Jerry's life, bruh, Jerry didn't roll for his players, bruh. Like, Jerry didn't roll for his players. Just like with the White House with Michael Irvin. I remember that story. Mike, when they had the little, I ain't gonna talk to you, know what I'm saying?
The ooey.
The ooey-ooies. Just they had a house with the ooey-ooies, you know what I'm saying? And they used to have all the ooey-ooies, and you could go over there and get you a little ooey-ooey. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Buy a little bit, I spend a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Jerry moved on from that.
And
Bobby
Michael,
the Hall of Fame. He turned his head to a lot of stuff. I mean, this is where I really commend Jerry. Because, all of us have our gripes at Jerry, but then sometimes we do have to slow down and give a man credit. When Charles Haley threw a helmet at him and said, you need to sign Emmett because we was 0-2. Most men egos would have fired a man on the spot, regardless of how good he is for that, And there are times to where men, and I even saw, Quincy Carter talk about it to where he got into it in publicly against Jerry one game. He didn't start the rest of the season, but when Parcells said he wanted Quincy Carter to start the next season, he did. Yeah. He didn't pull the I'm the boss card, and that man would never talk to me like that. When the head coach said, I want this man to be our starter, even though he snapped at you, Jerry allowed it. So it's so many times to where I see our owner put his pride aside, even though most of us would agree that he struggles with pride, but that he also struggles with he also looks within. And it's obvious, bro, to your point. Like Brent is one of the biggest one too. So when you look at like his real history, it does make sense if this is real. Like if this is something that's real, then it's something that I would definitely be interested in. And I don't see why Dez is putting in all his work to be playing. You know what I mean? Like, because if you looking at Dez in his workouts, you can clearly see from when he showed up about 6 months ago, he looked like about a tight end. He looked like a bigger, athletic tight end. Now you look at him, he slimmed down. You can see his explosion is better just from the continual workouts that he's been publicly showing with Greg Robinson, I think is his name, the guy he's working with. So I just don't see why the man would play. Like, why would he play? Why would Dak play? Like, why would they lobby? So I'm glad that they did though, because then it confirms to me that Dak is if Dak is saying anything, Dak is saying I need points.
Yep. And I'm definitely down for that, man. I'm definitely down for that. This is another one right here in that San Francisco 49er game. I mean, and this is like Dez is a type of guy who's gonna make Dak's job easier. Like, look at this. Like, look at this. He just one step it, and you see what he does? Just jump straight up in the air. Just look at this. Look at this.
Smooth, man. Smooth. Like the best 50-50 ball.
Watch this. He plants his feet, and then he jumps, and then he lands right back where his feet were. That's mental. That is mental.
Yeah,
that is not something. This is not something he's doing on accident. This is something that he has practiced over and over and over and over. This is something he's probably visualized and done without a football time after time, because this is what he's going to do. Dez is literally going to plant his feet where he wants to jump. He's going to jump straight up, and his whole goal is to come back where he landed. Look at boop. He jumps, and then look where he's looking at. You know where he's looking too. He's looking where his feet is because he knows he has the ball.
Yeah.
So he's confident in his hands. You ain't ripping this out. This ain't coming.
Yep.
This ain't going nowhere. So that's why, look at him, bruh.
Yeah,
Look at him.
that's his game, bro. That
That's
right
his
there
game.
in that area, and in that area is where we struggled.
And that's where we struggle. Look at how many people. How many people is on there? That's two. That's two defenders. Technically, this shouldn't be a touchdown. This shouldn't even be a thrown ball because I mean, look at they're double teaming him because they know he's going after him. He tries to he hits him with the ball fake to try to get him out the position. The safety doesn't bite on it. Look at him. The only place you can go is up. Only place you can go is up. They played this very well. They played this very well. And Dez just makes a play, bro. Look at his head. Y'all see his head? Y'all see his head?
It's almost like LeBron. Like I know a lot of people think anybody can do what LeBron.
Nah, they can't do that. Not everybody can do that.
Like they just make it look easy,
Because think about this: if you're not strong, the DB pushes you out of bounds. So you got to be strong enough to come back in bounds.
And all that balance, man, and setting them up and getting good position, and he goes up and high points it and get those two toes down like it's nothing, bro. Like, and people take that for granted. It's like that body control. That's just because he's special. Like, it's a whole lot of people that are out of bounds. No, he has so many Romo touchdowns just like that. Imperfect balls, but I know how to go contort my body, go get it, high point it, and get it down. That's his specialty, bro. That's Dez's game. So it's maybe we being teased. That could be the case. I don't see why, especially Dak putting his brand on it. I don't understand that at all. But to me, this just would be more common sense. It would just be, like, let's do it. Like, we did it for Witten at 38. And everybody was like, that's smart.
And they were some people still mad he left. And some people are mad right now that he's a Raider. Some people are mad right now that he's a Raider. Right now.
Yeah. And see, at least we can say this with Witten. You could say Jarwin was better, but you can't say there's a better red zone weapon than Dez on this team.
Nah, you can't.
On this team.
On this current team, no.
Now, I said red zone. I didn't say total package receiver. We all know the best receiver is Cooper. We know that. But when you get into that limited area where the people like Shaq dominate, that's a special made area for one person, 88, bro. You don't have the franchise record. You don't have 10 more touchdowns than Julio Jones with 2 years of not playing without being a specialist at points.
Hey, let me tell you something. Freaking Antonio Brown and somebody else was having an argument about touchdowns. And he posted, he's like, man, I have 34, 38 touchdowns or something like that. And then the other dude was like, he had 27. I'm like, well, Dez has more touchdowns than both you guys combined, and he ain't played in 2 years.
Right.
Like, yeah, those are points, guys. Touchdowns are points. Those win games. Man.
Those win games. Because most people don't know this, but maybe most people do, but we was number one in yards. Like, if the Super Bowl was based on yards,
we would be in the Super Bowl.
We would have been the champions. If they was like every yard you get a point, we would have been the Super Bowl champs. But you don't get Super Bowls with yards.
So what does that mean? What does that mean? Just having a bunch of yards is not going to benefit you anything. No, you need to score.
Nope. We need to score. And West Coast, Nick picked one of my drafts, because I did a draft, a competitive draft. The West Coast said, man,
I went with the scout. I ain't gonna lie.
I said, why? I said, I'm gonna defend my draft. I'm like, man, you crazy, man. I handled everything perfect. He said, no, you don't have anybody on there that says
points. I said his draft says points.
I said, you right. I don't have the red zone target on this one. I don't have the big tight end on this one, or I don't have the athletic big tight end on this one. No, I don't. So, when you really looking at where we have a real problem and you trying to have a voice to solve that problem, you're going to really notice gaps like that. Like, now, that's a good defense. Like, because, my first picks was Diggs, and then I had, it was good defense. Like, you would have been happy with the defense. I think I had Queen, all of them balls starting off. He said, I don't see points, though. I said, you right. We haven't solved that hole. So we got to solve that hole. So, and I would want to do it now. And West Coast also, we were talking offline. I think you made a good point when we was having a debate, and you said, it don't even matter if you get there, still get somebody else that's for points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was just me recklessly talking, but I do want Dez. But yeah, I said because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
all it is it's about points. Like even if you don't get Dez, you got to get something that represents,
Yeah,
the points that we could not get. Like, and we had
be
drives
specific.
that
we not just saying points. Like, no, we saying you need a certain type. Like
guys who can beat man coverage, bro. If you can't, I need guys who can
give
meet
me a guy that can win when he's covered. That's
exactly
what we asking
in
for.
man coverage
We asking for a
specifically.
monster. Almost like don't start all the stupid talk when I say this, but almost like what Rico was envisioned to be.
Man,
You
I have
see what
no
I'm saying?
problem seeing
What
what's up
he
with
was
Rico.
envisioned to be. You need something like that. Like you need somebody that's like guy athletically can just go get it. And the Texans got a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
People didn't really look at that. Like,
yep,
he got 7 touchdowns. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yep.
They target him specifically in the red zone. That's what he's there for.
Yep, and I'm gonna tell you what makes it easier for them to walk away from Hopkins is the fact that you have Fuller who can get you the yards. Like if you're only really depending on someone,
Right.
and Watson scored though. I mean Hobson did score, but one thing I like about Des, man, we've proven that we have the best at going. What is it, vertically? You know what I'm saying? We go. We go vertical all day.
Oh, yeah.
We need to go in the
kill
red
you.
zone. You can't go vertical. Why? Because there's this thing called the back of the end zone. You can't go out of bounds. So where's the extra real estate?
You don't
Up.
have it. Up. You're right.
The only place you can go is up. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So what do you
can't go
do?
through the back
Go
of the
get
end
guys
zone.
who can
You
go
need guys that
up.
can go up.
We go get guys. If you don't get Dez, you need to go get something that
Yep.
represents points and being able to, and then also,
Johnson,
and then also,
6'6" receiver from Texas. You need that.
or Mims, a guy like Mims from out of
Claypool.
Baylor.
Mims. Yes.
The
Yes.
boy from Pittman from USC. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Guys who
Pittman.
represent
Man, you preaching,
getting into
man.
the end zone. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we have an end zone problem.
Right. Exactly. I mean, we need that, man. That's why man, the more and more I look at Claypool, that's why I'm so much on like team move down because
True. Tani
'cause
says, listen to this. Tani says Dez can cause a panic in the red zone. You want to know why?
True.
You're absolutely right, because there's some kid who didn't watch highlights of Dez jumping over 2 and 3 people, and now he's like, that dude is right in front of me. And if it doesn't happen throughout the season, I know it's going to happen weeks 1 through 3. Or at least it's going to happen at least weeks 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what was that corner we brought on from Denver? Harris.
Chris Harris.
Yeah, Chris Harris. We brought on Chris Harris. I'm studying Chris Harris before he played us. That's exactly what he talked about. He said, yeah, you got to watch the Cowboys with Dez for the what? Jump ball.
Jump balls.
He said that he said they play high with him. So everything we saying, bro, like he say that will cause a panic. Go look at the Raiders on how they counted us in the red zone. You know what they did to us in the red zone? Double Dez.
Yeah, I was about to say they dropped the safety on top.
Yeah, they double Dez.
And he still scored in the game.
Doubling Dez just because of the red zone. Now what does that do to Gallup?
Cooper's wide open.
Gallup
Oh, you didn't even
is-
say Gallup? Oh, we're not even going to say Cooper? You're not going to say $20 million wide receiver?
Nope, I didn't even. I said on purpose I ain't say.
Or what happened to your $8 million tight end? Whatever. All those dudes are open now. Like if you
Exactly.
because this is this is the thing about the Dallas Cowboy offense is we have some guys who can beat man, but we don't have a lot of guys who can beat that double. So it's like if you can get that to move, then you're gonna put guys like I think I'll take Jarwin on a tight end for most of the game. I think Jarwin's gonna win most of those.
Yeah,
Not on a linebacker. On a linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Unless he's playing Leonard or even like Jalen, these guys who really know how to cover.
Jones from
but
Atlanta.
every team don't have a $14-15 million linebacker. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody don't have that perfect 20.
Exactly. So 16 games, Jarwin probably gonna eat 10 of them. That's winning.
I think that's 12.
12. Okay, but just say 12.
I don't think
if
it's that many quality tweeners, bro.
How many
like
games
LBE types?
Exactly, but I'm saying how many games did how many at $2 million? And the thing about it is, Dez has already taken less than that. He's already taken less than that to be on a team he really didn't want to be on. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I mean, hey man, but just to kind of switch it up because we didn't kind of beat that down, but that was the big news of the day. I wanted to talk about an April Fool's joke that they said it was April Fool's, but now it's starting to seem like it's real. I want to talk about As soon as we get back, man, from this commercial break, I want to talk about, man, a one trade for one certain Jamal Adams. What's up with you guys? It's your boy West Coast. Yo, in 2020, I've teamed up with my hot boy, Jalen Smith, number 54, to bring you guys some of the most exclusive eyewear known to man. CEV. I mean, everybody's wearing them. Make sure you guys go over to CEVcollection.com today and use promo code CEV West Coast to get yourself a hot boy discount today. What's up with you guys? All right, man. So, hey, we back, man. You already know what it is. So, hey, man, yesterday I got like 9 text messages from folks saying that the Dallas Cowboys had traded for Jamal Adams. Y'all already know, man. I made myself look crazy because I didn't even like look at the calendar and see what day it is. I just instantly hit the sources and was like, man, what the hell is going on? Man, what? Heck, nah, man. Some stuff I just immediately go to checking the source, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I went and he's like, bruh, it's April Fool's. You know what I'm saying? But then it's April 2nd and they still talking about it. So I'm curious, man. And the Dallas Cowboys, I get through Mike Fisher. You already know Mike Fisher. When Mike Fisher get to talking, it sounds like Jerry Jones. Mike Fisher is the unofficial voice of Jerry Jones. I'm telling y'all right now. When Mike Fisher said that when Mike Fisher said that the Dallas Cowboys were willing to basically double down on the offer that they were willing to give before, that they were willing to make a substantial up if there's no contract made between the Jets and Jamal Adams. In my opinion, what that sounded like to me is that sounded like a guy telling a girl, hey, if he's not treating you right, we will figure it out. That's what that sounded like to me. So don't be afraid to push a trade or not do a deal because we'll figure it out. And if you're dealing with a guy like Jamal Adams, there can't be a thought of if you're going to pay him. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not like an Amari Cooper situation where you're getting a guy who was just a high draft pick who should have been good and then he turned, you know what I'm saying? Jamal Adams, you're going to be drafting a guy you're going to be not drafting, but you're going to be trading for a guy who is the number one safety in the NFL. So it cannot be no shucking and jiving if you're going to pay him or not. That has to be already known. You know what I'm saying? And I just think this was more or less like a shot to the Jets to let them know that, hey, man, if his demands get too high, hey, don't think that we are not still available. This is, trading him to us is still an option. That's what it sounded like to me. It sounded like a man telling a woman, hey, you got options. What are your thoughts, boss?
I think it's a PR ploy by our front office. I think this one is where they're trying to make money. I don't believe it. I think this is and I predicted this was going to happen under the trade deadline, because under the trade deadline, remember, they took it all the way to 12 o'clock Central, which was the deadline, or 2 o'clock. It was one of those. And literally a minute before 2, they start coming out saying, the Jets just wanted way too much. It's like, from what they asked for then, it took y'all all the way to 2 o'clock to tell them no, So
the rumors were they were asking for an offensive lineman. They were asking.
They was asking for the rumors was they was asking for Tyron Smith, and I even think they threw in Zach Martin. I heard something like that, and a first.
Not both, but one.
Oh, still, and there's no way that Dallas would have considered that, because first of all, you paying for a top 5 left tackle a very good price. You're not going to give that up. No. And we've already experienced what Tyron Smith in a too long of an absence can do to our season. In 2017, when we had Chaz Green as the swing tackle and Tyron was out, that literally ruined the entire season.
It really wasn't Zeke being out, because we split those games. We went 3-3.
We went 3-3. The game
Rod Smith ran good.
Lost was the game when Tyron was out, and Chaz Green and Bell was backing them up.
The Rams.
So I think this is one where every now and then Jerry and them want to kind of stack that paper, and they'll go out there and say, let's go milk what's highly demanded from our fans just to keep people talking about it, just to keep us in the news cycle, just to keep Skip and Shannon talking about it, then Stephen A. and everybody else talking about us. I don't believe that we're serious because it also doesn't match the Stephen Jones history that's been very consistent over 6 years. That the only way he's going to trade a premium pick is in crisis. So the only reason that he did the Cooper trade was we was in crisis, sitting there at 3-5, and receiver by committee was an absolute failure. So in a desperate moment, we did it, but we not doing it.
Mean.
Huh?
I was gonna say something mean. I was gonna say some of y'all supported that, but I said it already. Never mind. Some of y'all know y'all supported that, so some of y'all can't even argue with us when we say we
What you mean?
Because some people actually supported wide receiver. Oh yeah, Dak doesn't need a number one. Dak doesn't need a number one. He doesn't need a number one. No, he doesn't need. No,
man, so
he's the one.
They supported the Dez cut.
He's the one quarterback in the world who doesn't need a number one. Right? He doesn't need Tom Brady. Tom Brady needs a number one, but not Dak. No, you know. Aaron Rodgers needs a number one, but not Dak. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all supported that crap. Like, so let's not fake the funk on a nasty dunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of y'all supported that.
Nah, man. Yeah. And what that was actually supporting was the Dez cut, because that's what it low key you was supporting.
It's okay. Jerry Jones supported it. That's why he did it. He was wrong.
You was drinking the Kool-Aid that Dallas served you. Dallas served you that they didn't need a number one. They didn't need Dez because we could just get a committee that could make up for the loss. And no, that was not true.
It was wrong.
That was super wrong. I mean, God, that was wrong, bro. That was so wrong. But at the same time, it's one of those things to where man, I forgot what I was gonna say, man.
My boy CJ says, yes, that's true, boss. They wanted Tyron first, then Cowboy said no. They actually
we were talking about Adams. Thank you. You brought me back, West Coast. Appreciate
and
you.
Just to kind of keep it on focus on the trade. I mean, because I know there's some people out there that who are interested in Jamal Adams. So I want to kind of talk about before we get out of here. I mean, if the Cowboys
the asset of it?
The asset, like not even just the asset, but what would it take to get a Jamal Adams? I mean, like, what would be your? What would be? I mean, when I look at and the first thing I like to do, when I'm looking at trying to figure out if this is something that we would do, is like you need to go and type in. Everybody can do this, type in New York Jets. Type in New York Jets, right? New York Jets draft needs, right? You're gonna type in draft needs because people tend to draft what they need, and they tend to trade for what they need. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be like, hey, let's trade me give me your quarterback. Why? Because they don't need a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. So anybody's like, we could trade Dak. No, like, stupid
what
stuff.
What you saying? What would I give up for Jamal?
Yeah, we got to see what they need first. I already know what they need. I already know what their number one thing.
I got some stuff in my head,
but it has to line up with their needs. So, and I already know their needs because I've already done my research and stuff on this. But their number one needs for I'll let you see it right now. Let's see.
Man, what would Boss give up for this dude? Oh man, I know I would give up if it was just the first. I would do that. Yeah.
Now there we go. Ooh, there we go.
I would do that, like no doubt. But Jamal go cost more than the first, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the market was destroyed because of the left tackle for the Texans. I forget his name too.
Tunzel.
Yeah, Tunzel. He messed up the whole game. That bad GM work by Bob. Not Bob. Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien messed up the whole market, bro. When he started giving away 2 first rounders for trades, and then
he was smoking. I did not get. He
after
was
that,
smoking for that.
Rounders. Like now, the whole market is like, hey, I think we can get 2 first rounders for these guys. Like, bro, listen, Stephen Jones, he said it took an act of Congress to do Cooper, bro, under crisis. You think we giving up 2 first rounders?
No.
We passed up on and I said give up a first for him. My boy that went to the Pittsburgh, Minka. I said give up that first, and sure enough, Steve was like, no.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I was wrong with the Minka too. I take that to my grave. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. But
these are their biggest.
I would give up a first.
All right, so these are the
first and fourth, bro. I'm not doing no more than that. I'm not. I'm done.
Okay, so my boy, these are their needs right here. It says their biggest offseason needs right now are offensive tackle, cornerback, edge rusher, interior lineman, receiver, safety, defensive back, and running back. So offensive line, you have offensive tackle, you have Tyron Smith, Lael Collins. Cornerback, you have honestly, I'm gonna tell you who, if they want to believe what we tell them, Cheeto. Edge rusher, you ain't got nobody. Interior offensive line, there is no way you're letting Zach Martin walk.
No, we not.
Receiver, I'm sorry, y'all, Michael Gallup. Safety, nobody. Defensive line, nobody. Nobody's on a tradable contract. Running back, no. There's nobody there.
No.
So right now, the positions that we could give, and the reason why I'm saying is because the reason why I say Michael Gallup is because if I give up Michael Gallup, you're not getting my second round pick. You're not getting my you're not getting my first round pick if I give you Michael Gallup. You know what I'm saying? And that's where and my thing is with the Jets, right? If you're the Jets and you're trying to go from, you're going to lose Jamal Adams. Like, you don't want to be taking 50-50, even if it is in the first round. You don't want to be taking too many chances on players because you got to remember, you got to pay all those dudes. You know what I'm saying? That's why I believe the Miami Dolphins are okay with getting rid of one of those picks, because it's like, bro, what is the chances that all three of your first-round picks are going to be good? So you hit two and you bomb on one. You still have to pay a guy that you bombed out of the first round. You know what I'm saying? That's still a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So, so that's, if you want Michael Gallup, you're not seeing my first round pick. You're not seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because Michael Gallup's going to turn into a number. He's going to turn into he's a number 2 already. You know what I'm saying? And you think about this. You don't have Robbie Anderson anymore. That's why I also believe that Michael Gallup is going to be appealing to them, because they lost Anderson in free agency. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah.
Somebody on your page, I think, had a pretty good proposal, bro.
What they say?
I want to give you credit for it. It was Richard Fisher. He said first this year and third next year. I'll do that. I would do that. Especially with the comp picks that we got coming next year. Yes, I would.
Well, see, the thing about it is we keep talking about this is the thing, though. We keep talking about picks. I don't think they want picks, because they didn't want picks last time. We didn't hear no report about them saying they wanted the 2 first-round picks. We could have gave them a first-round pick then. Like, that's why I'm not really even focusing on picks, because I don't think they want
to find that player trade.
Yeah, because that's what they wanted last time.
About player trade.
That's what they wanted.
Michael Gallup is probably not going to be viewed in the same light as him. You know what I mean? So
I believe you would, though, because Michael Gallup is a 1,000-yard receiver. You know what I'm saying? On a 2, you still got 2 years on him. So I think he would be. You know what I'm saying? And you got to get a weapon for your quarterback, for your young quarterback.
You need a weapon. Yeah, you need a weapon, because you just got rid of one.
And that's why I say, and then think about this. If you're outside of if I'm a New York Jets fan, I can easily sell myself and be like, well, the reason why he didn't have 1,500 yards is because of Amari Cooper. Duh, he got $20 million. How many number 2 wide receivers you know with 1,500 yards? Juju Smith did it, and guess what they did? They let AB walk the next year. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm a Jet fan, I could easily tell myself that, yeah, Amari Cooper didn't
All of this is telling me, bro, we ain't doing it, bro. We teasing.
I know, but we're not. But I just want to. We're not talking about if we're gonna do it. We're talking about we're talking. Yeah. So let's. Yeah. So offensive line. Yeah. So offensive line. You have offensive line.
Yeah, which they need.
They need. So cornerback is not strong enough. We don't have any names strong enough. Jordan Lewis is not enough. As much as Jordan Lewis is not enough. Our edge rusher, we don't have enough. Interior lineman, we do have enough. We have a name that can do this deal, and that's Zach Martin. But I don't want to give up. I'm trying to find another name that's not Tyron Smith or Zach Martin, who I can do this deal with. That is my goal. And I'm sorry, y'all, if I had to walk away from Michael Gallup to get Jamal Adams, I'm doing it.
Yeah, but I just doubt they would. But I definitely would do that one for sure, especially in this receiver class. I would, with my number 1 signed, Cooper, right? A very strong class. Not just saying somebody can easily replace Gallup, but if it's
at 17, go get a weapon. Go get a weapon at 17.
If it's anything that's a candidacy, it would be this class for being able to have a good transitional weapon that would come in and help right now. Yeah, this would be the class to do it.
Yeah, because think about this. If the Cowboys can win on this, if we can find a way to keep our offensive linemen, and we just got to part with Michael Gallup, and I know Michael Gallup, it's not going to be Michael Gallup, and it's going to be Michael Gallup in like your second round and probably your second and something. You know what I'm saying? But if I can find a way to get Jamal Adams on this team and still have my 17th pick, I have won tremendously. The reason why I've won tremendously is because whatever I lose, I can replace it with a 17th pick right there. Guess what? I know y'all love Michael Gallup, but I think y'all would love Jerry Jeudy more. I just got a feeling you would. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because that's how Cowboy fans are. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was about to write Michael Gallup after them 7 drops.
I they would.
We after them 7 drops in 2016. I wonder how y'all feel if y'all found out he had 11 drops in 2000. I mean, not he had 7 drops in 2018. He had 11 drops in 2019. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
what you're saying.
you're gonna have to convince them to get them picks. But I think that Michael Gallup's name, I think it would be not necessarily enough. You're going to have to package it with something else. But I think you can sell Michael Gallup as a weight just as much as an offensive lineman as for their need, because they don't have a weapon and you have a young quarterback. You know what I'm saying? That prevents them from.
So that's also basically what you're saying is that's what we would likely be willing to give away because other ones just ain't happening.
No, what I'm saying is that's what I'm trying to go after.
You saying you want to really try to package that and put that in a pretty bow and hopefully they bite it type deal.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's the one that I will be willing to kind of part ways with. And
I mean, Michael Gallup, and you keep your first.
Probably cost you another premium pick.
But boss, think about this: Michael Gallup, and you keep your first. Like, even if
we keep our first, so
yes,
and
we give them Michael Gallup a second, and you're gonna probably have to give him something else. You know what I'm saying? Like it's probably gonna be like Michael Gallup a second and a fourth.
I'll do it.
I do it too.
Especially if it's next year's fourth. Yes,
bro. We released Michael Jackson didn't even make the team. He was a 4th round pick. Schultz is on the team right now, and he's not good.
Yeah,
and he's a 4th round pick.
But yeah, but that with the scenarios that we just played with. That clearly says it's not going to be that much room for either side. You know what I mean? It's not based on the previous proposals. It's just to me go hit that stalemate real quick. Because you right. You posted the needs and you showing, hey, we got tackle needs, we got interior lineman needs. Basically, out of the biggest needs, 2 of them are offensive linemen. So we want one of those. And then we could be like, we can't get that up. Especially Frederick just left. How we gonna do that? So now we going into the draft scrambling like we got to have a tackle or we got to have another guard. We just gave y'all an all-pro. So it just got to me, yeah, it now if Jerry Silvertongue self with the Gallup can get him in here, I as an asset, yes, I want Jamal. Yes. As an asset, I would love him, but it just I just don't want to be the person that's just go get in that hype dream. That likely, I'm telling y'all, it's more than likely not gonna happen.
Well, this is the thing about it, man. There's a lot of stuff that was more than likely we would have never thought was gonna happen. So, and it's happened. I would have never thought.
Like what?
Like my kids being out till August 19th. That's like that.
Because
I mean, and to be honest with you, like this off season, this off season, like this whole entire off season has been a train of things that we have not done before. We've never going and signing 2 defensive tackles after you got embarrassed the team before. You put it in the book. And I'm not taking you from that credit. Kudos on you for taking the book.
I said 2 D tackles we go do this time.
Okay, but like I said. Kudos on you for writing the book. But that's not what the Cowboys did last year. Not last year. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. This has been a season
for them to do it this year.
This has been a season. This has been a season where the Cowboys have already shown that they will do things differently. The fact that we had an hour conversation about Dez Bryant this year in 2020 versus 2019, they were still hating each other. Dez was talking about he wanted to go drop 120 yards on us. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference already. So it's like, man,
it's a chance.
But what I'm saying is this. If the situation is right, I believe the Dallas Cowboys will do it because the exact same thing Dez said about his situation. If it was something they were not going to do, they would have shut it down already. You know what I'm saying? Like the Cowboys have no problem coming out and being like, we're not interested in such and such. They do it all the time.
I know.
They did it. Matter of fact, they did it with everybody.
I just feel like this that Gil Bryant.
I feel you, but let me. The same with Everson Griffin. I like Everson Griffin, but Fisher, the Cowboys are not interested in Everson Griffin and have never brought it up again.
True. They killed it, and they killed Clowney quick. They
Quick.
executed Clowney.
Never brought it
They
up. That's
put-
why people be like, "What about Clowney?" Don't inbox me about Jadeveon Clowney. Like it's not gonna happen.
Clowney quick, man. They was like,
I don't think Jadeveon Clowney worth the. I don't think he's worth the money.
Price
Man.
down.
I don't think he's worth. I don't think he's worth the money, man. I'm sorry. I don't think he's worth it. I know. I'm just sorry. There's 20 million guys who Jadeveon just, in my opinion, he had
His
a
price got to come down.
Yeah, he had a $20 million moment in college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
His
you don't.
price
He
gotta
don't.
come down.
He gotta come down, bruh. He
Yeah.
20 dubs.
For everybody. He got to come down for everybody. Like, people not buying expectation no more when you got 5 years of film.
Yeah.
That does
Him getting $20 million is a bigger disservice than Dak getting $40 million. I'm gonna tell you that too. You want to know why?
Yeah.
Because at least you'll get your $40 million. You'll get at least $40 million worth of quarterbacking.
Yeah. If you pay $20 million to Clowney, you still paying for hope after 5 years of
Thank
film.
you. And that's the I want to end it off with that, man. That's the thing that I like. We gotta, as fans, we gotta start being more consistent on our thoughts, man. Like on how we like filter things. Like we can't be okay with bringing in Alden Smith. I love him. He's gonna be great. And then I'd be like, Des, oh no, he hasn't played since 2017. No. What? You can't give one guy grace and not give another guy grace. Just like
we do.
We
We
do.
do it just like that too.
Yeah, and so you can't, and it's like I see people who like a Byron Jones. When Byron Jones became the highest paid cornerback in the NFL, how can anybody fix their mouth to say Dak can't get $40 million? What?
Yeah.
Byron, and I'm not shading Byron Jones, but I'm just saying, what statistical anomaly or algorithm do you use that says that he should be not even, he didn't make the Pro Bowl or Pro Bowl, he wasn't a Pro Bowler or All Pro, but you're the highest paid corner? That's a setup for failure. That's a setup. So that's why I said, like, we as fans, man, it's the last thing I'm going to tell y'all tonight, man. We have to be more consistent with our thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Like, Dez washed up, but then,
Or just like, how are you guys okay with paying Jadeveon? Like, Boss Cowboy, how are you okay with paying Jadeveon Clowney, but y'all clown D-Law? D-Law had 25 sacks in 2 years. Jadeveon Clowney ain't got nothing close to that. Nothing.
Ryan Rodgers had a good point.
And let's not even mention the games he missed. Go ahead.
Ryan Rodgers, I like what Ryan said. Ryan said, why not get young and cheap on the line at 17? I agree.
Yep.
Me and Wesco's been preaching that for the last 2 weeks. Easily. Yes. It just depends on who falls. Like because I'm expecting a tackle run early. But if it's not a tackle run, we should get one. Because it's at least 4 or 5 that start a grade, like day one. My vision is get one of those top tier tackles, man. Start them at that right tackle and move Liel back on the inside. Guard, problem solved. And you get massive depth when you do that, because now you have depth with Connor Williams and you have depth with McGovern. Just one pick affects 4 positions and solves the whole problem. So Rodgers, amen. Like, absolutely. I'm praying. And matter of fact, tackle would be the only thing I would move up for this draft.
Bruh, I didn't see in drafts where 5 tackles got drafted in between picks between pick 5 to 14. There was 5 different tackles picked.
Tackle.
5.
Yep.
And this is another thing. Yeah.
Love it. Yeah. So, because we always talking about on this show domino picks, like picks that just don't affect that position but affect multiple positions. So that's the one I would move up for, like a Becton. If he's at 15, buy third rounder, maybe second rounder. Go get him. You can't let that sit there. You can't let somebody 6'6", 360 that runs a 5'1" with great tape that look like the second coming of T. Smith just walk away and he's 2 spots from you. No, you go get him, bro. I'm sorry. And if we might lose a little value in that third or that second, I'll take it. But Beckham can't be that close, and we don't do it. Not with our philosophy on this offensive line.
Yeah, that's true.
And not how many dominoes that affect. I mean, you're done with the offensive line for the next 4 years if you do that. You're done.
I mean, if you put some young bucks behind them and let them train for a year and learn from them older players, you might just be able to replace. You know what I'm saying? One thing break, you just pull it out and put another one in, and that's how it's supposed to be. You're trying to develop a program, not a team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like college, man. You know what I'm saying? College, they're just not out there looking for the top. Why doesn't the top 5 quarterback get recruited by every school? Because guess what? They don't meet what we're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're trying to build a program, man. But, hey, man, we've been on here for an hour and 30, man. Boss Cowboy, man. Let them know where they can find you at, man.
Boss Cowboy Sports.
Boss Cowboy Sports, man. That's on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and Instagram now. So, hey, man, and you guys already know it is your boy West Coast, man. I appreciate you guys for rocking with us. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Tomorrow's Friday. We might do a show tomorrow. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. If something happened, you already know we're going to be here. But, shoot, man.
This wrong got me losing track of days.
Hey, man. Hey, everybody, I'm telling you guys this right now. If you really, 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 really want football in 2020, stay at the house. If you ain't got to go, stay at the house, period. You know what I'm saying? We all in this together. You already know what it is. Never look down because stars up. What's up with you guys? It's your boy West Coast. Yo, in 2020, I've teamed up with my hot boy, Jalen Smith, number 54, to bring you guys some of the most exclusive eyewear known to man. CEV. I mean, everybody's wearing them. Make sure you guys go over to CEVcollection.com today and use promo code CEV West Coast to get yourself a hot boy discount today. What's up with you guys? It's your boy West Coast. Yo, in 2020,